Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Longboard Bros 1975. A YouTuber is on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Longboard Bros 1975.
Hey YouTube, Lumboys Post 1975. It's Wednesday, which means I just want to have a little bit of a vlog and kind of catch up on, you know, kind of the week's events. I say the week's events, it's more specifically about one event, which I guess was last Thursday, so possibly I should have talked about it in that vlog. I definitely, excuse me, I bit my tongue, so my mouth keeps watering. I do that a lot, don't ask me why. Nervous disposition, I guess. Oh, by the way, greatest hat in the world, not as good as the Turtles hat, second greatest hat in the world, let me rephrase that, my Yoda hat. Anyway, just got it, quite like it. Anyway, yeah, technically I guess I should have talked about this on Burhan and the Boy. I guess we'll talk about it this week. But yeah, question up there, which is, you know, do you still enjoy, you know, YouTube, or do you still enjoy making content or the community as much as you did from day one? And you know, how long have you been doing it? And I guess to some degree, can you see yourself doing it? Well, forever is a very long term, you know, for a while. I guess the reason I want to talk about this is last Thursday was the 11th of February, which means I've made content on YouTube for 4 years. Kind of really quite scary, really. That phrase kind of got away from me a lot there because I guess we shouldn't put such big descriptive terms, or, you know, what I'm about to do on things like this, which is, because that's just fucking life, isn't it? It has a term for everything. 1 year short of half a decade. I got 3,900 subscribers. That's not like a look at me blow my own trumpet thing. I'm just kind of recapping on where I am. You know, content pretty much hasn't really changed. Do I still feel as passionate about it as I did from day one? Yes. Hell yes. This is a question, by the way, kind of, that someone asked me, which is, you know, have the changes, you know, annoyed you? Do you ever feel like that's it, I've had enough with Google, I'm going to walk away, you know, or do you just basically do it because you love doing it? Pretty much do it because I love doing it. You know, I'll do this really quick because I guess I talked about this last year in my Lawn Boys Post 1975 birthday, which isn't Dave's birthday, it's Lawn Boys' birthday. Saw a couple of videos when I first discovered the gaming community. Steve Benn was a big influence. Retro Roadshow, Comeback Crow, basically gave me the kick up the pants, where I just went, this is cool. This kind of, it felt like at the time, but it's not. Obviously, it wasn't then, I guess. It's underground network of gamers who like old shit like me, and I started doing it. I primarily started doing, you know, vlogs, then it kind of expanded into gameplays, and that's pretty much where, you know, I've never left. You know, obviously actually it started with pickups. Literally, I think my first video was a rant, then my second or few were my Mega Drive pickup videos. And, you know, people say, is change important? Should you constantly push forward? Yeah, I guess you should, but ultimately, if you enjoy something and you're comfortable with something, and, you know, it makes you smile, and other people seem to like it, just do whatever makes you happy. You don't have to always try and find, because I find some people seem to think they must try and find the next big thing, or the next big thing that, you know, people will jump on board with and communicate and respond to and stuff like that. And I just say, do whatever makes you happy, you know. I guess I could also say that, you know, my channel has evolved. I've tried stuff that it has worked, it hasn't worked, but I carried on doing it anyway, and then I just got bored with it. It's kind of like all hobbies in life. I think it's funny that the commitment I've shown to having a YouTube channel, not for any other reason than I've enjoyed it and I've enjoyed the response and interaction, it's simply probably one of the longest hobbies I've pursued outside of gaming, which I guess is the longest hobby because it goes right back to me back in the day. You could almost say there's like a high school nature or peer group nature to YouTube, that when you, at least when I started off, there were people who were there with you who became friends and then kind of dropped off the radar and in and out of, you know, your circles through no fault of anything other than that's the nature of being social, and social media is no different. You know, people just stopped doing it. People loved it, you know, enjoyed it, were popular, and then just, you know, walked away. Too much time, family commitments, which is, you know, is life. But yeah, it's and then there were people, because I guess this question is subjective, you know, we get based upon when you start making your videos. So I guess that comes back to peer groups, which is other groups or individuals who started at the same time and stuff like that. And excuse me. I did have breakfast, and it wasn't bacon. Don't eat bacon every day. But ultimately, if I answer the person's question, I still love it. I still enjoy it greatly. Contrary to popular belief, I don't sit down and make a video every day. I want to explain why I'm doing it in this room, by the way. Someone else asked me why you no longer see my games background. That's simply because, well, this is actually my sleeping room, hence the blackout blind, because it's actually daylight. I make all my videos predominantly now in the morning when I get home from work. So if I make it in that room, because I used to make videos at night in that room, when the sun comes up, it's like staring into the event horizon of a collapsing white dwarf or something. So I prefer it to be dark because I'm cheap, and I guess looking forward to the future. No, I'm never going to get a capture card. Yeah, because I'm cheap, and then the equipment I use and the way I process, darkness is good because light is essentially information, and the brighter your video is, at least in my case with my crumbly equipment, the bigger the file size is. And as I said, it's always a hobby, so I'm never, well, never say never, touch wood, going to invest in better equipment. Who knows what the future holds? Who knows if I'll even be doing this? All I know is right now, and why I'm asking this question is, do you enjoy this as much as day one, as much as the first day you decided and committed a video of yourself to this community, to YouTube? And yeah, I do. I absolutely do, because the individual asked me, said, aren't you constantly sick and tired of the changes that Google have made and this and that? And I guess within every year forward, more so than a previous anniversary, Google has done something else, because it's a bunch of idiots in suits in an office, you know, primarily focusing on profit, which I kind of understand, disagree. Pay fucking taxes, Google in the UK. Sorry, where did that come from again? Not necessarily users, you know, who understand what smaller people in the community like and enjoy. And it's funny, because every change that's ever been rolled out, I've always pissed and moaned at and said, that's it, they've destroyed it a little bit more. You know, I remember when I was so angry about Cosmic Panda, and then you just get used to the new stuff. You know, is it fair the way they treat bigger channels? Is it fair the way copyrights rolled in and become stronger and stronger and stronger? Maybe, maybe not. All I know is those changes have never really stopped my enjoyment at all. There may be a tiny bit of frustration in the short term, in fact, that I've had to change something or change the way that I do something to produce content, but I got over it, because all I was really interested in doing was still being able to produce content, because I loved doing it. So the Google changes never put me off. They were an inconvenience and a short-term frustration, but they never put me off, because ultimately I love doing this. And if I have to adapt to a new process or procedure, or take into account all these background, you know, third-party rules and stuff to carry on doing the things I love, which is making videos for a community that I respect, love being part of, and enjoy, you know, massively watching myself, then I would do so, because I love being part of this community. I'm still blown away that I'm doing it 4 years later. I honestly can't see myself stopping, because I enjoy it so much. So yeah, my question to you is, and I guess as I said, it's subjective, you know, based upon when you started, do you still enjoy this literally as much as you did on day one? Did the, you know, the constant changes of YouTube put you off? You know, are you currently sort of on hiatus? Will you be coming back? You know, the fact that Google is just running this in their own direction, is that just one of the reasons you won't? Or are you like me, which is you still enjoy it and you just take everything in your stride? It's much like life or any social setup or network in the real term, real sense of the term, sorry, in real world, which is things happen, problems get thrown at you, you just adapt and move on, because anything that brings you enjoyment, then if it generally makes you smile and brings you enjoyment, and you know other people enjoy it, then you'll just push on, you'll push through crap, because isn't that the nature of pursuing something, or the pursuit? This sounds like a big descriptive term, the pursuit of happiness. So yeah, you know, how long have you been doing it? Did the changes piss you off? And are you as happy and enjoy it literally as much as you did the first time you decided to, you know, film your TV, film your video games, or put yourself in front of a camera? Because I've said this before, but I do know the one thing I will take from this 4-year experience is it's definitely improved my communicative skills, and, you know, my ability to talk to people and I guess not be so shy around other individuals, even though I'm talking to a group or, you know, people on the camera, because I'm seeing a camera, but I'm not. In my head, I'm seeing all you people, all my great friends out there. So as this is technically a birthday video of sorts, I want to end it with this, which is 4 years. Amazing, and I don't plan on going anywhere, people, and thank you for all your amazing support. And as long as there's a community, as long as I learn stuff, talk to people, share moments, share memories, share gaming experiences, you know, form friendships, form Skype friendships, podcasts, things like that. Yeah, it's a blast. It's something that is such an important part of my life. It brings me a massive amount of happiness. So thank you, each and every one of you. Now, a couple of quick plugs I'll put some links to these in the doohickey down below. The process has changed ever so slightly. We talked about this on Burn and the Boy last week, because Warner Bros are being dickheads over something, over some copyrighted or allegedly copyrighted material. So I think it'll probably be on Michael Byrne's channel. But yeah, there is an Untitled movie show tonight, which is the second part of the Batman retrospective. So if you want to hear us talk about the second half of all the Batman movies, go there and check it out. It's on Wednesdays now, which is I'm so happy about, because I can come back to the fold. And tomorrow night will be, touch wood, I'll have to call Mike, Burn and Boy episode 8. We had a guest on last week. We had Callum. It was brilliant. We talked all kinds of stuff, because it's a show about nothing but primarily the events that happened to us in a week. So all the spoils of war that happen on social network or social media always provide a few interesting, you know, topics or tangents to talk about. And also, if you would like to be a guest on it, it's 8 p.m. EST and 1 a.m. British time. Links in the doohickey down below. But, you know, we want to have a guest every week, so if you'd like to be a guest, Facebook me or Facebook Mike, or leave a comment down below. All we need is your Skype address, or all you need is a Skype address. And anyway, once again, people, yeah, 4 years old. Thank you. Wow, amazing. Ooh, sorry. And I just bit my tongue that I already bit. Ooh. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.